Okay guys, example 4 says write x plus 2y equals 6 in function form. Now you're going to remember from the introduction that you watched, and I just click back to it for a moment, and I said that function form has to have y by itself, and on the other side the x term comes first and the constant comes second. Okay? Now let's go back to the example here and let's see how this works for us. Right now I got a lot of stuff with the y. So it's algebra. I'm going to treat it just like I would solve an equation. I'm solving for y. I'm getting y by itself. So I'm going to rewrite the equation just so I can work with it. And I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I want to get that on the other side. So that leaves me with 2y is equal to negative x plus 6. Remember guys, the x term, right? The x term right here, it's got to be in front of the constant term, which is behind it. Okay? Now, Mr. C, we're done. Y is on one side, x is on the other side. No, we're not done. The thing that we have to do, we've got to get y by itself. So I've got to get rid of that 2. And y can't be negative either. I'd have to divide by negative 2 if this was our negative 2. It has to have a positive y in the front. So, since 2 is being multiplied by y, I'm going to divide by 2 on the left side. But on the right side, I have to divide everything by 2, not just the negative x, not just the 6, but both of those terms have to be divided by negative 2. Alright? So now this is easy enough. I see that the 2's cancel, and I get y is equal to, now this is an important point here, because it's going to help us later with graphing when we learn a different method. But what I want to do is I want to separate this out. I want to take this fraction out. This is negative 1x, right? And I actually want to write this as negative 1/2 times x. And I wrote x real big here because you know what? Some of my algebra students this year, they were making a mistake doing this. They were writing it like that. And that looks like x is in the denominator, and that's definitely not true. X is in the numerator. Okay? So what I need to do is, and I've taught them to start doing this, and I think it's working for them, you actually write the x a little bit bigger. Okay? So there's no confusion about where that x is. It's out to the side. All right? And then I just reduce this term at the end. I'm just going to get plus 3. Okay, now let's see. It said write it in function form, and it looks like it's in function form. I've got y by itself right here. Right? Okay? And then on the other side, I've got my x term in the front, and then I have my my constant term in the back. Okay? And that's the way that function form is always written. And guys, I know that I've taught you how to use table of values and a t-chart to graph, but there are other methods of graphing, and one of the other methods uses this form, and it makes it a lot easier. This number back here is where the graph crosses the y-axis. And this number right here, whoa, I don't want that to happen. This number right here is the slope. That means between 2 points I go down 1 and over 2. You don't need to learn that now, but that's why we keep it in that form, because we're going to use it later to graph. Alright? Good job, guys. Time to do your homework.